Sarge, you don't need to hide behind anybody. You can hide behind that pebble.
Two dogs. Yeah, that's 20.
Frank. Short one.
You're not rushing, are you? Or you'll lose it.
What about transport?
If you're rushing.
Yeah.
Take it off.
18.
Lovely honourable bloke. 4. Take 4, alright, that's us.
Just me age.
4. Brian, get 21. Jimmy, 15.
Fellas don't want to let us have any.
Next, come on boys. Let's get rolling. Scales.
No, mate.
8 for flyer.
9.
Another flyer.
9.
Big flyer. Ringer. 14. 14. 22. 24.
Did you tell them to get the nets out of that?
Yeah.
Top bit scales.
19.
19. Where's that?
Oh, sorry.
Check them up, Tom. We need scales to go out.
17.
I do.
Is that 17 now?
Jack, how are you doing, love?
Tell me. Scales is here. Dave Eccles. Just ask Mick Smith what number he was on. I put him down for 17. 12. Just 2 seconds. I wrote the number down. It's wrong one. What have you got? 12 and scales.
Shocking. I went on Wednesday.
Nigel scales.
I'm with it.
Nigel's got scales. Picking up for 6. 6. Halfway down. We'll some that, Nigel. I'll be happy with that.
Who's got my peg?
What?
Peg 8.
Peg 8.
Mr. Incredible.
Incredible. Alright, 5 for John. John. Come on here, son. You can draw, you. Yeah, no. You draw it good every week. You draw some belters. 10 for Jeff. Jeff 4, 10. 1, Jack. 3, 4, that's right. Jack was 25, it's that yellow and there, just beside the bridge. Just be careful on it, Jack, it's next to the bridge, it's a nice peg.
On this match, right?
You know, I can get cards just on edge card.
They'd all moved it to peg 7. And who got peg 7?
Go on, there's me, you and Chaz, so get yours.
No, we'll do Chaz. Pull Chaz's out.
3.
John got it. They won.
Peg 16 for me, folks. Never fished it, so we'll see you down there on the bank.
That's what I drew, Nosh. 16.
Right, we've got, let's have a look. 1 minute to go. Here I am on peg, forgot what peg number it was now. 16. Right, I have fished to the right before. I had 1 or 2 fish, I think Barry fished here. I'll let you have a look at the peg. Oh, one just topped out there. What I'm thinking is top 2 and 3 just in front here. It's a nice steady gradual slope, and then it shallows up towards the banking out there, and I've got a waggler for out there, and I can have the same depth here and here, and margin down here. This margin's about 3.5 foot and it goes all the way out here. It's lovely. Dead simple plan. That's pretty much it. Just 2 seconds. Just 2 seconds. Let me have a look at the time. Oh, 59. Also on the far bank, I've got a method feeder set up. I fancy I got the waggler. I've got that clipped up. 2 seconds. Time! There we go. I ain't got my landing nets in yet. So waggler on the far bank. I'm going to clip the method up as well. Top 2 and 2 in front. Margins. I'm just going to keep it as simple as that. And baits today, I'm going to be maggots, soft pellets. These are for the hybrid. I've just put some boiler crush ground bait in there. 6 mils that I'm going to fire across the very light pellets, and I'm not sure they'll reach, but I hope they'll reach anyway. Fishery pellet, 6 mils. over to the other side. And again, if it's a ground bait day, I can put that in with my feed with my maggots, or I can just put that on my method feeder. Spare hooks, waspers if I need them. That's it. I'm not complicating it. I don't know how it's fishing. I'm not really that prepped, ready for what I'm going to do today with working all hours God sends at minute, but that's the plan. Let's get in. These are fishing now. Let's see if we can catch 1 or 2 fish. Apparently Sos says, me and Joe, I've got John Whitehead to my right, like I said, full lake as you can see, look, full all the way down there and full all the way down there. We've got my old mate Jeff over here somewhere, but Sos says these at worst 2 pegs going. Never believe a word he says anyway. Right, let's get fishing. Right, it's been really quiet. We've been going an hour and 40 minutes. I've had 1 little skimmer and I've gone on the waggler. I've persevered with it for a while. I've fed me top 2 and 3 line, but nobody's really catching anything apart from small skimmers on that line, so I thought I'll persevere. I've seen a bit of movement out there and I've missed a few bites, but I've got this one. Well, I've hooked into it anyway. Let's see if we can get it in. Frank's had a carp down there. I've not seen anybody else catch a carp. There's 1 or 2 skimmers coming out. There we go. First carp of the day. But it has been hard work all round. So I've been finding 1 or 2, 4 or 5 pellets. Oh, we don't want them. We don't want to speak to them. Right, so we've been finding 4 or 5 pellets, every sort of 3 casts, just making a noise, and I've noticed every time I do fire something out, yeah, we'll have a look, there's a bit of movement around the reeds. There's not a lot of fish out there, but there's 1 or 2 there. I'm not going to get him out because he's as lively as anything. And a lovely condition fish. It's probably about £3, but it's proving very difficult, so I'm due to refeed that line again. Just looking around, there's nobody catching a great deal. That's put me in with a shout round this side for my section, certainly. I don't know how Mr. Incredible's getting on peg 8, but I'm happy with that. Let's see if we can get 1 or 2. And I've stuck with it because I just had that feeling that something was going to happen because I was missing 1 or 2 bites. There's been the odd bow wave. What I find out there, I would say about a yard off the reeds, it drops. I've plumbed up for about 2 feet away, but whenever the pellet hits me clipping, it goes towards the reeds, I tend to get a bite, but there's a bit of left to right wind, so that's not making it easy. So let's get back in and see if we can get another one. Right, there we go, folks. Expecting a bite straight away, but cast it out with no feed because I just fed some on the previous cast. It's gone straight under. I don't think it's the biggest, but it's another carp, a small carp. Yeah. They're calling me lucky now. There we go. Steady away. Oh, I did actually. I fed a few pellets beforehand, didn't I? While I was talking to you. So 4 or 5 pellets. Oh, they didn't reach. Semi-skimmed. That's better. Perfect. I need to get a pellet on there. And what I've done, I've clipped up. If you're wondering, about them reeds, I've clipped up. So, in theory, unless I put my rod too far forward, in theory, it should stop just before the reeds. And these pellets are a bit misshaped. They're funny to get me band round. That's not a very good one either. Oh, do apologise for swearing. There's some swearing going off. Well, Frank's had a carp and everybody's wishing that they'd hit the pellet waggler now, but it's not a pellet waggler, it's just a normal Drennan waggler. Hit my clip there, and the pellet is landing just in front of the reeds, and the waggler is about 1.5 foot away, 2 foot maybe. But the trouble is you get line bows like that. I don't mind it too much, because it can make your float move, and it gives you a nice little arc on your line from your float to your pellet, and that's not settled very well. Just get a quick twitch. That's on something, that. There we go, felt a snag there, just won't settle properly. Oh, liner there, maybe I should have struck at that. It just didn't quite seem right somehow. There we go. It's not a big fish, but my God, it's going some. Now, I've been patient on this. I've probably been on it about an hour, 50 minutes, an hour. I just felt like something was going to happen. I don't know why, I just did. So it was a liner, the first indication, and then it went under. I can't believe it, because I've had nothing for an hour, and apart from a little skimmer, an hour and 40 minutes, I've not had a fish. Been really struggling. And that has just certainly put me in front with the section. That's if I get it. Nice, it's lively as anything. There we got him. Lovely jubbly. We can't complain about that, folks, can we? No, 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 no. Just gone into its mouth, can't quite reach it. There we go, folks, a lovely little fish. Get me that side. Just above £2, so what you've got to do here is anything £2 and under in one net, and anything over into the other net, and it's a £60 net limit. There we go. Lovely jubbly mayhem in the camp, they're going mad. It's gone again. Well, can't believe it. Well, I can, because I had that feeling, otherwise I wouldn't have stuck it out as long as I did. Come on, fishy. I just love this tactic. It's not a pellet waggler as such, but I just love the waggler. It's what I was brought up with. Little fish. Absolutely. You're going crazy. Come on, get your head up. Oh, got him this time. He wouldn't put his head up at all. He was swishing his tail like a mighty swisher. Mighty swisher. Ooh, his poor mouth. That's not the best mouth I've seen. It's not the worst neither. There we go, what's a couple of pound or so he can go in there. So we're up to about £8-ish, or maybe a little bit more, so happy with that, folks. Get in. In fact, before I go back out there, it's time to refeed my top 2 and 3, so let's put a bit of bait out there. A few micros, no maggots. Oh, a couple of those pellets. Now you're wondering why I've got such a big pot on. And I don't know about you, but I hate spilling bait on the way out. And it just makes sure, because everybody thinks I'm feeding heavy, so hopefully they'll put loads of bait in and make a right mess of it. In the white bit, that trees me marker. There we go, just a little bit of bait just to keep them interested. I was so tempted to go on it, I'll tell you. I just had that feeling. So there we go, folks, we're all set up for that line. I've got a nice little margin to my left. Well, those pellets absolutely flew. Strange, like pellets, so there's nothing went in there. Okay, we'll just do a couple more. I didn't like how they spread. That'll do, folks. New pellet needed. What oyster catcher? Well, there's been oyster catchers, and I've heard a green woodpecker chirping away. And there's bees, all these bees here, look, millions of them in that tree. Making a right buzzing noise. Oh, they misshape these pellets, funny, but that's why they're flying funny. There we go. Job's a good one. Right, over and out. No, well, I have actually lost 2 into them reeds. But I got that hungry, I had to have a sandwich, so I thought I'll put this quite close to the reeds, to the right of where I've had the pellet waggler. I'm not wanting to disturb that just yet because I fancy a few more on the waggler. It's gone round and it seems like a decent fish. If I remember rightly, these buggers like going under platforms. And I think he's going to head towards my platform. There we go. Nice one. Yeah, bit better fish. Little ringer's chocolate yellow and micros with the boilie crush crown baiting. Get in. Why won't that come out? Well, can't get it out with my fingers. There we go. Hey, lovely little fish. I would say 4 poundish. There we go, folks, nice 4 pounder. Let's get him back. So that's taken me past double figures. Everybody's struggling over this side. I definitely think I'm doing the best here, so let's get back in. See if we can get another. Coffee time. Always comes on the coffee break. Right, eventually looked into another one. We've got about an hour and 20 minutes left. I've lost a couple more in the reeds. They're just firing straight in. Had a coot come out at reeds, and as I cast it, popped its head out. I couldn't even see it. That's had it. Oh, nobody likes to see that. Another one lost. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, lost quite a few in the reeds, lost a big one earlier, nobody likes to see that. Coot taking me bloody pellet, popping out its head out at reeds. I've just managed to hook into another foul hooked one as well. So there's fish out there, I have had the method out there and all I got were a skimmer, so they're definitely wanting it like this. Nobody else is fishing like this. And nobody's catching in top, you know, sort of top 2 and 2, top 2 and 3. They're very little skimmers, so I've not even bothered with that line. Oh, come on, you bloody thing. Started jumping over my net. Here we go. Another one at last. Yeah, been a while coming. Lively little fish, mint condition, beautiful. They've got to be catching right out of this side, but I'm definitely in all these 1, 2, 3, I don't know, 10 of us here. I'm definitely winning this 10. I don't know what they're doing right on the side. The other side is, especially number 8 where Mr. Incredible is, Sozzers on peg 4. I've heard Jeff say John Boy is making it look easy, so there must be plenty of fish around the other side. And Soz reckons this is worst peg on lay. Well, mine and John's, but I'm not sure about Alex. I'm doing alright. If you're wondering why I'm looking at the pellets, because these Fishery pellets are a bit misshaped. So I'm trying to find the best one. So keep finding a few pellets out there. And I've noticed if I get the cast where the pellet lands about 6 inch off the reeds, that's when I get one. Anything short of that, I'm not getting anything, but it's tricky to get it bang on. Now that is bang on. Let's see if it'll go under. And some of the bites, it's just an indication. It's just like so I've been striking, I'm leaving those. Not sure whether it would drag on up. I've started striking, I've been striking into fish. Just any slight movement, not even pulling float on, I've been hooking into fish. So just something for you guys to remember. Doesn't always go under, but where it's just landed is a pretty good spot. It's not moved yet, but it's due to move. Line's just bowing. Floats going under slightly. Still okay at the minute actually, that's staying fairly still, but I've got a bit of a bow in my line. So nothing that time. And I've been going left. I'm not chucking it in exactly the same target because I've been getting them left and right of where I'm casting towards those reeds. And when the wind blows like that, it doesn't make it perfect. I've not had a bite when it's been that far away. Wind's blown it too much to the right. It's gone short. But I'll leave it because pellets have been landing there. But I won't give it long. Hit me clip, but it had moved too much of a bow in the line. No, that's moving too much. If your float starts moving too much, reel it in, start again. Bit of crap on my... Try again. It's a debris and we don't want that, they're not going to bite. Well, that's there, are they? So there we go. Just didn't quite get me a clip, but we'll have a look there. I know you might think, why can't you hit your clip there? I can't. I'm just trying to get it where it just hits my clip so it goes in fairly quiet. That's when I seem to get the most bites. And that's moving too much now. You can't get your cast perfect here every time, even though some people tell you they do. Don't believe them. And John's just catching little skimmers and what have you on my right here, little roach and skimmers. That's why I've not gone on that line, because I think there's definitely carp where I am. Actually, that's not a bad skimmer. Looks like an hybrid actually. If you were catching them regular, I'd be on that line. But there you go, folks. That's pretty much what I'm doing. It's just about to start moving. I have had a fish there. I don't like it moving too much like that. Right, there we go. We're into the last hour. It's actually just calmed down as well, but it got to the stage where I just couldn't present the waggler right. It was just impossible moving too much. So I had a quick look on the method with no success. I'm just having a 5-minute look down in the margin. If there's no joy, I'll refeed again and have a look in about 10 or 15 minutes. I don't think there's going to be a great deal to be caught in the margin with it being so tightly pegged, but you just never know. You just never know. So I'm fishing a 6mm pellet down there. And I've put micros over it. I've noticed everybody's catching small stuff on that maggot and soft pellet. And they've been taking the 6mm pellet out there on the waggler. So that's what I've up to. That's what I've up to. Oh, and I've got one. Oh, hook pull. Quite too many. Lost too many fish today. Far too many. And there's not a lot I could have done with some of those out there. But that's a good sign. Just a little ball of micros. And it was a carp. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. So I'll go back there, look at my marker. Put that down there. And it's fairly level, but it just slightly deepens as you go out towards the lake, but no big shelf or anything. So it's quite an easy margin to plumb up. We'll just see if we can get another one. Oh, bloody hell. That would have been nice. And I think there's fish there because just had like a liner on my float, so let's see. You just never know, folks. I think there's some small fish there as well by the look of that float. And that looked like a fish just swam past it, because there's definitely some fish there, I think. What do I know? Thinking I wasn't hopeful I'd get too much down here. I might not get anything, that might be just a one-off. Come on, little float. Go under. So yeah, that's where we're at. I could do with, I mean, they're definitely, it sounded they're definitely catching over there, around the other side. I could do with some nice lumps from down here, to be honest. In fact, I lost a big one on the waggler. I've lost a decent one there. Could do with a few to get in the frame. Oh, it's just a section win, I think. From what I can see, anyway. Right, here we go, folks. Look at that, it's calmed down lovely now. Typical. Right, over and out. Right, I've changed to a method feed and an hybrid. Had nothing down in the margin. Apparently they're bagging around the other side. And we're fishing for a sections around here, with the sound of it. apart from sort of 8, 9, all them down there, they're all catching. Not a lot you can do about it, it's just how things are, fishing, isn't it? But even with the few that I've got, I definitely think I've won by section, so... Oh, they're getting fitter. Certainly livelier, should I say. Come on, fishy, come to the top. Yes. Oh, Mick's got one. Yeah, they were just moaning about not weighing in. So there we go, folks. Nice little 3-pounder. Steady away. Half an hour to go, so let's just see if we get 1 or 2 more. Eh? Right, now all weighed in. Well, I mentioned it this morning, we had a frost last night. I thought that could make it difficult fishing, and a full lake, very full lake. Ideally, I think no more than 18 would be absolutely perfect. But with 21, cold last night, a lot of noise going off, lads like to shout about and have a laugh and all that sort of stuff, so I thought it were going to fish hard. You saw what I were going to set up. I set a top 2 and 3, nice sloping away, margin, gradual sloping away towards the middle of the lake. Look, be a perfect pace bag that in summer. Ooh, lovely, very nice indeed. Loved it. I love plumbing that one up. It was dead easy. And I had a method set up and a waggler rod. Had a quick look on the method, slightly to the right of where I started firing 4 or 5 pellets for about half an hour. Somebody's making a noise, don't know what that is. And I had a skimmer. Then I went onto the waggler, no indications, but I could see the reeds moving. I clipped the waggler up. Once I got confidence in throwing the waggler out there, it's a while since I've used it, hitting the clip, watching where the pellet landed, I was landing about this far away from the reeds. And I thought, I just persevered. You know when you get the feeling, I just thought, something's going to happen. Then I had my first bite and missed it. And I thought, yes, they're definitely interested in how I'm presenting it. Everybody else were top 2 and 2, fishing on the pole, nothing, chucking a bomb across, nothing. The fish were really tight up. The only time I got a bite on the waggler, not only the odd occasion I had a bite, but mainly I was very confident of getting a bite when it landed 2 or 3 inches from the reeds. Trouble is, bow right to left, it was difficult. Hit the clip, try and get your rod down to get that line onto the water to stop the bow. And now and again I had like a little, and I've probably left a few of those. I should have struck. I started striking at those and hooking into 1 or 2, and it ended up being the way to catch on this bank because nobody's caught hardly anything down here. I didn't bother with the top 2 and 3 because nobody were catching on that line apart from a few small fish. And then I had 1 or 2 on the method, not many, just 1 or 2, and it was just a it was a hard day, very difficult. I've lost 7 fish. I think 2 were foul hooked on the waggler, and I've lost 4 that went into the reeds. Not a lot I could do. It's just one of those things. And I had a hook pull. Sorry, 3 into the reeds. A hook pull, big heavy lump. Hooked into one in the margin, and that was a hook pull. I think you was watching that one or watching me. So it could have been quite a decent day, I suppose. But I've thoroughly enjoyed the waggler. The waggler fishing, it's me all over. I just loved it. Nice accurate fishing. Fired a few pellets. Look for those little dinks. Strike into one, no better feeling. They set off like trains. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Margin, I did have another look, but Jim started packing up, tipping all his fish, well, not all his fish, a few fish away, rattling about, chucking his bait in. Margin ruined. No point saying out to Jim because he won't be bothered. I just giggle. You've got to giggle, folks. If it were a big match, I would have said something. Matches like this doesn't really matter, does it? Well, it does, I suppose, to some, but I just had to giggle. I was like, nice one, Jim. Nice one, son. Nice one, Jim. Let's have another one. Right. Stop being an idiot, Al. Right. We had 5 sections today. Plenty of us. Quite a bit of money. It's not all about earning loads of money when we fish our matches. I won't have it like that. I think it promotes too many arguments, so I'll try and keep the money down. Today, first prize 50 quid, 40 quid, 30 quid, which is quite a good payout. Normally it's about 35 or 40 quid, and I don't want it to go above that, so we all stay friends because nobody's really too bothered about 20, 30, 40 quid, I hope. So we had 5 sections. We've got Bob, Mr. Incredible, Dave Eccles, Graham and Jack, and the weights were 12, 15, 13, 9 and 14 to give you an idea how tough it's fished. So well done, boys. What a set of mighty fishermen winning your sections. In 3rd place we have got Nigel Middleton with £15.15. You'll probably want to know where the pegs are, I know, because some of you asked. Nigel was on peg 6. In 2nd place, yours truly with £22. So what a mighty... Oh, well done, Nigel. What a mighty fisherman you are. And yours truly in 2nd place with £22. What a mighty fisherman I am today. Shame I lost those baggers. And in 1st place, he's back with £23.14. Ringer. So he's just picked me toe, but he got 15 quid. Can't lie. Straight in bed at all. I knew he was lying. Ooh, just one of those fishes. But thoroughly enjoyed it. This time of year, folks, it's not the fishery. There's lots of fishing here. Great fishery. Steve looks after you. Mason's looked after us today. His son, they do look alike. His son's the youngest one. Sorry, Steve. He's on about putting some cabins on and building another lake. I will be doing a feature when that's done. That'd be very nice. So looking forward to that. But if ever you fancy visiting, it's not far from Lindo. If you're at Lindo and you fancy a change, it's literally 5 minutes around the corner. Great fishery, will look after you, so I can't pull it up enough. The lads love it here. When it's on form, great fishing. Great fishing. So it's just been a tough day. Weather, lots of people, just how fishing is. So I hope you've enjoyed the insights to Nosh doing a bit of waggler fishing. I did try a few other things, but waggler seemed to be the thing. The method, if I didn't get tight, I never had a bite, so I had to be tight. It was that pellet just dropping in front of the reeds was the key today for me. I know it was only £22, but it could have quite easily been £52 with the ones I put. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching. Take care, folks. And don't forget, fish on, guys, and we'll see you on Sunday.